Today's community panel is sponsored by Carolina Trust Federal Credit Union.
Oh, there's something so real about living local, about the people and the places where we live. Just look at all the reasons why we call this home. And I'm living local. I'm living local 'cause it's where I love to be.
Good morning. Thanks so much for watching Living Local today. It is Carolina Trust Financial Friday Community Panel. We're so excited.
Yeah, and I'm August, Carolina Trust Brand Ambassador, and today we have some very special guests with us. We have Tim Carlisle, who is Carolina Trust President and CEO, and we have Hatton Gravely back with us again, who is the Director of Philanthropy at Brookgreen Gardens.
Yay, we're so excited. So we're just going to jump right in. Summer is coming to an end, which makes me very sad. I feel like it just started.
I feel the same way, and I think, it's because of the way that schools were kind of later this year, but I feel like I just, went to the new teacher academy earlier this week, and I mean, the teachers are already getting ready for school, and it's hard to believe that, students will be going back soon and summer will be ending.
Now, what is this, the new teacher academy?
The new teacher academy, it's almost like an orientation for teachers when they come back to school.
Okay.
Or I think it's more like the new teachers that haven't worked in the school system before, so I think they more or less kind of learn the school's policies and learn about their benefits and stuff like that.
Now, Hatton, you have some little ones going back to school, right?
Yes. Mine were away at grandparent camp for 2 weeks. So
I love that saying.
They've had the best summer ever. But yeah, in just a few weeks they'll be going back to school.
What grade?
I've got a first grader and a sixth grader.
Wow, sixth grade. That's middle school. That's exciting.
Yeah, a big transition.
Yes.
They're excited.
For sure. And then Tim, going back to school, that means Coastal's starting back up with football.
Yeah.
I know what, I said football really weird, but I know what, fans you guys are of CCU and their athletics.
Yeah, Carolina Trust is a big sponsor for both for Coastal and the football blitz.
Yeah.
And so we're excited to get back in there and start supporting our home teams.
Of course. You guys have such a nice little area that's like the Carolina Trust area.
Oh yeah, our
CCU.
pavilion at CCU, and you can't miss it. If you go to catch a game, you see us up there in the lime green, and we're super proud of our pavilion and proud of the Chanticleers.
Sure. So with end of summer kind of wrapping up, do you guys have any kind of last minute plans you're trying to squeeze in there?
Get as much beach time as possible.
I know. But there is a plus. I feel like in that August, September area where tourists are kind of leaving, we kind of get a little bit of a few weeks in there where it's kind of, we get it to ourselves, right?
I feel the same way. I think I end up spending more beach time in October when the beaches are less crowded and everybody else is, back to their day-to-day life than I even do during the summer.
Sure.
And it's a much cooler time as well.
Yeah, and that's when the ocean is like the warmest because it's had all, season to kind of get to that point, right?
To heat up, yeah.
I love it.
I know, I do too.
So, included with going back to school, there's a lot of back to school supply drives going on. And of course, News 13 has one going on at the Surfside Walmart off 544. It's from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that's so great. And so how do you kind of decide where those supplies go for your drive?
So they're going to the Backpack Buddies with Help for Kids, which is always a great, organization to support. But they make it so easy when you can do it at a Walmart because you can just go and get your normal shopping done, and then you pick up a couple things. And these, notebooks and crayons, they're like $1.
Yeah.
So it's so easy. And we have some of our anchors that are stopping by, and the Talking Trash mascot Bruce is coming by with the Solid Waste Authority. So we're really excited.
I love that. I love when you have a good cause like that right outside of the store, and whatever you need to donate, you can do right inside. I know around the holidays you typically see food drives that are that way, and you can just pick up an extra can of food and do such a small part in playing a big role in helping someone else.
Sure. And when children, they're so impressionable at that age and they compare everything to each other, and it's important to give them the supplies that they need, right, at that age.
Sure.
So a big thing that's needed in our area.
Yeah,
it's a great program.
Absolutely.
I agree. And I love, and you really get to see how much that influence has on the students when you're in the classrooms. I know, Tim can vouch for it. We're in the schools all the time and are really looking forward to getting back into the schools this year. Last year with COVID, we really missed out on a lot of our typical programs that we do, our I'm a Buddy Not a Bully program, our financial literacy visits. And so I'm really looking forward to getting back in there and seeing how those really help the students and, give them that that one-on-one
Sure.
connection.
And I know Carolina Trust is getting more into the schools this year with your community involvement. We'll chat more about that right here on Living Local. Welcome back to Living Local. It is Carolina Trust Financial Friday Community Panel, and we left off chatting about how Carolina Trust is looking forward to getting back into the schools, right?
Yeah, right before the end of last school year, I had the opportunity to go to St. James High School and do a financial literacy presentation, which was so nice. I mean, I hadn't been in the schools in over a year, and to be able to, see the kids' faces and have them ask questions, that truly is the best part of, financial literacy programs, or really any program in the school, is when you're talking to them, and then they have questions for you, well, tell me a little bit more about a credit card, or tell me more about credit and savings. How do I save money?
And what is simple interest?
Yeah, right, exactly. And of course, it's a shame because a lot of kids, I'm talking to high school seniors, juniors, and a lot of kids don't really know about that stuff yet. And to know that you've sparked some interest in their mind, no pun intended, but you sparked some interest for them to, want to know more about that, want to know more about how they can set up their financial future. So, I know
that's shocking to me that they would even ask, because I did not know anything about that until, gosh, I feel like I'm still learning about it until after graduation, because you're right. They don't talk about it in schools, which, I know that they have a lot of stuff that they have to cover, and so that doesn't get in there. But it's so great that you guys go out and do that, because it's so helpful for students.
Yeah. It's important to get them started really young, so that when they become older, they know how to handle their finances and know how to handle a checking account or a credit card, or know what compounding interest is.
Yeah.
Most times, like you said, when they get to high school, they don't have any idea.
Oh, yeah.
That's not something that's taught in schools.
Yeah, for sure. And and it's really easy to see, even when we go into schools, like in elementary schools for career day, and we go in and, we'll tell them, we're from a credit union, and you'll have some kids that, what's a credit union?
Yeah, what's a credit
and then
union?
you'll have other kids that are like, oh yeah, the teller always gives me a lollipop when I come in to see them. But it really shows that even if all you're doing is taking your child into the credit union with you while you're doing your transactions, they're getting a feel of what a financial industry environment is like. They're getting that feel of, okay, my mom and dad are monitoring their money, and they're, coming in here and doing transactions. That's a great, simple way to, really involve your child. And once you see them, start to spark some interest, really consider opening up a Gold Club savings account for them.
Sure.
Which we have our Gold Club program, that for kids 17 and under to start saving, and there's no better time than, the start of the school year.
Now, Tim, I know Carolina Trust just won a whole bunch of awards. You must be so proud.
Yes.
Tell me about what you guys got.
Yeah, very, very proud. Especially the last one we got was Forbes magazine Best in State Credit Unions. I think there was only 3 that made it, and we were number 2. In the past 4 years, we've been one of the best places to work in South Carolina. Very proud of that. And we also made the Credit Union Journal. So of all the credit unions nationwide, we're in the top 1% of all credit unions to work for. So.
Wow, lots of good stuff. That's great.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm super excited. We have the award ceremony for Best Places, the Chamber, coming up in a few weeks, which, Tim, you've attended that before, but I'm really excited to go and to be able to represent Carolina Trust, because, the Forbes magazine and the CU Journal are both credit union specific awards, but I think that's something that's really interesting about the South Carolina Chamber, that it's all kinds of businesses.
Sure.
And so, we're going to be with other people and
we're taking several of our employees so they can kind of be a part of that process and celebrate with us for winning this award. So.
Yeah.
Tim, what do you think is the difference? Why do you think you guys stick out so much and you're getting all these awards?
Well, we put people ahead of profits, and when you do that, it comes back to you tenfold. So the credit union philosophy is people helping people, and that's what we're all about.
Yeah. Well, and I know if you've been watching Financial Friday, you've seen August kind of going on a road trip to all the different branches and kind of meeting some of the employees.
Yeah.
And I feel like your employees are a big part of that too.
Yeah, for sure. And like Tim said, people ahead of profits. And I think that when you see that slogan, you think that we're immediately talking about our members. And in a way we are, but we're also talking about our employees. We put all people ahead of profits. We trust in our employees, and we care for them, and we're a family at Carolina Trust, both the members and the employees, and we've got wonderful leadership. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, stick with us on Living Local. When we come back, we're going to chat about Brookgreen and some of their upcoming events. Welcome back to Living Local. It is Carolina Trust Financial Friday Community Panel, and we are back chatting about Brookgreen Gardens, which I love. Yeah. So tell me, Hatton, what you got going on over there?
Well, all summer long, we've had our Summer Light Art by Night event, and if you haven't gone, you really need to go. It's going on every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday until August 21st.
So tell us a little bit about, I know you mentioned it last time you were on the panel.
Yeah.
So is it doing well?
Yes, it has been very popular, but you can get a glass of wine, walk through the gardens while it's still light out. It opens at 7, and then as it gets dark, you can see all the light exhibits, which were created by our Brookgreen staff and our volunteers.
I love that.
And then there's
like a
live
lot of fun.
music. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I actually went after we talked about
Did
it. I was
you?
like, I have got to go to that. And so then I actually ended up reviewing it on my Always August blog. And it
I'll
was,
have to check
it was
that out.
so much fun. And like you said, I think that was actually my favorite part of it because I had never been to Brookgreen other than Night of 1,000 Candles.
Right.
And because it gets so dark early, in the winter, I mean, it's always, pitch black by the time you get there, but that was the thing that I think I liked the most about the Summer Light Art by Night was that when we got there, it was still light out. So we were able to go around and actually see all of the statues and the flowers and things like that. And so we kind of just almost did like a little normal tour of Brookgreen because all the lights, they weren't on and bright at that point.
Sure.
And then went and gotten food at the food truck and listened to the music and ate dinner. And then by that time, the sun had started to set a little. And so we more or less went all the way back around the gardens again, but got to see everything in the light, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I really considered going home and getting light bars and putting them up on my trees. And they had pink trees. I mean, how fun was that?
And when
They're
does
all
that
very
end?
creative. August 21st.
August 21st.
So you still have plenty of time.
Yes.
Sure.
If you have not gone, you need to go.
And it's totally different than Nights of 1,000 Candles.
Oh, for sure,
It's-
for sure.
And it's not as hot at 7 o'clock, so I think it is a great way to experience the
Well, I think a lot
gardens.
of people don't realize that the zoo is there too. I feel like it's something that people kind of forget, and it's a really cute zoo.
Yes, that's one of my. It's not open for that event at night, but I love to take my kids down to the zoo,
Right.
and just walk around. It's fun for the kids, but it's also pretty to walk around.
Sure.
And then there's the Storybook Forest too, which
Right.
they have all the cool houses for kids to play on and
Have
climb.
something for everybody.
Yeah.
Which, and I will say, after going to this and going to Brookgreen, I went online and looked into, the membership at Brookgreen.
Yes.
Which, I mean, if you're already going to, 2 events in the year, it's really, cost effective to just go ahead and get a year membership, and then you can go see the zoo when you want, or if you live down in the area, I mean, you could come there every morning and take a nice little stroll, but
August is really amped about
I mean,
I know, you should become a
I really
member.
was, because I was seeing all these people, and I was like, if I lived right here, I would come every morning for my morning walk.
It is beautiful. It's really nice that we have it in the area for sure.
Yes.
And there's
you
even
get
like the
free
boat
admission
thing.
all year with admission with
that's nice.
membership.
I mean,
how cool is that?
And that includes a lot of the daytime events. It just doesn't include the evening events. So it really is a good value.
And there's like a boat ferry type thing that you guys have too.
Yes, there's a boat tour, and they take you about. It takes like maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and it's a historical tour
Love
of
it.
the area.
So really, lots of stuff.
Yeah.
And then Hatton, you also have your Good Taste Guide blog.
Yes.
Which we chatted about last time. What kind of things have you been talking about on there lately?
Well, with our kids being gone for 2 weeks in the summer, I feel like my husband and I ate our way around Myrtle Beach. We tried a lot of new restaurants, so I've been posting pictures and that kind of thing on my blog.
Okay.
awesome.
And then do you have any fun topics or trips that are coming up, gonna be on the blog?
Usually just for the summer, end of school, beginning of school, fall events, that kind of thing will be coming up. Maybe a recipe.
Okay.
I'll be cooking
Recipes
again.
Are fun. Yes, we love that.
I know. I feel like going into fall, that's when I do the most cooking, because I like, I guess something that you can make at the beginning of the week and eat on all week, like a big pot of chili or
Yes.
spaghetti, or those hearty meals that you want in the fall and winter, not in the middle of the summer.
Absolutely.
Soups are my favorite.
Yes. Oh, I love a good soup.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching Living Local with Carolina Trust.
And today is actually Love Your Credit Union Day, and at Carolina Trust, we're all about that credit union life.
Well, how cool, and we love them as well. So thanks so much for watching Living Local today. We'll see you next time.
Today's community panel is sponsored by Carolina Trust Federal Credit Union.